What is up, you guys? I hope you guys are doing well. Come with me. We're gonna be tinting a Jeep Grand Cherokee. We're gonna be doing, I believe, the two fronts and a brow on the windshield. So come with us. I'm gonna be showing you guys a day in the life. And yeah, let's get right to it. Alright, you guys, we are here at the shop. They're gonna set up some stuff. We're gonna get our plotter ready. We're gonna get our slip solution ready and get ready for this appointment. Alright, so this is my shop in the background. There we have the waiting area. A little bit of the desk over there. And over here on this side, we have an empty space. Some tools and equipment over here on this side. So yeah, this is the headquarters of Gabe's Tints. Yes, sir. So yeah, we're gonna get ready. Yeah, they paid the deposit, so I don't think they'll not show up. Take a look at the view. Take a look at the view. Take a look at the GTI. Came out. Looks pretty nice with those rims. We got the stripes on the front. Then we have it all blacked out. We have 35 ceramic tint on the full windshield. Then we have 20% on the front two doors, and then 5% on the rear and on the rear back as well. We smoked the tail lights as well. So yeah, came out pretty fire. I wanted to show you guys my film handler. We have all the films, the different types of films on this 2x4 with the caps. Alright, our first appointment of the day is here. Our first and the only appointment of the day. We only have one appointment today. We have a Jeep Grand Cherokee. So we're going to be doing 20% on the front two doors to match to the rear. And then we're going to do a 4% brow on the windshield. So stay tuned for the final results. I'll probably show you guys a little bit of the process, how it goes down. But yeah, stay tuned. Now we go in our software, put in the year, the make and model, and then we hit open, and then it brings us to the pattern. Then we click on what we want to cut. We want to cut those two patterns at once. So then we put quick cut. Make sure the plotter is set correctly where we want it. The rollers are pretty good. Once that's dialed in, we just hit quick cut. And this starts cutting over here. Alright, so now that we got the window cut out, what's next is we got to prep the window for installation. So we turn on the ignition. Ignition is on. We go ahead and scrape the whole entire window. So if there's any dirt and grime left behind, we can go ahead and get that out of the way. Now we just squeegee out all the dirty water out of the way. Now with one of our corner tools, we get in the edges. And then we need a rag. So we wrap our finger around the rag and we get up there on the edge. Might have some dirt. So as you can see, all that dirt that it had on the edge there. So yeah. Now we just squeegee out all the dirty water at the bottom. And now we just get our corner tool on the edges. Once that's done, we just wipe off all the excess on the sides. And now we like to use our B-Load. B-Load from, with the collab from B-Load and Tint. Shout out to both of them. So now we get it ready for installation. Slowly getting the film in there. We're slowly making progress. Sliding it in there, not letting it touch any of the sides. And then we got our edges. Now one last pass, one last spray. One last spray. Alright, now that that's done, we just go ahead and wipe off all the water that fell on the panel. And this window is tinted. Yes, sir. Let's get to the next one. And yep. So you guys saw the process on that one. I want to go ahead and do the other one. Then I'll be back when I'm doing the brow, so you guys can see how I do the brow. So, yep. Alright, you guys, now we have the brow cut out. Now we're going to install it. We're going to put our dash towel. And then, so we don't get that much water inside, we're just going to use Sprayway glass cleaner to clean it up instead of water. We'll just use the water for the installation. Now we'll just wipe off the excess. Now this is prepped, clean. Now it goes on the inside. Tint always goes on the inside. So we just sprayed just the film, not the window, not the windshield. And it's still, we still have some glide to it. All right, let's see if it lines up. Yep, it does. Now let's just measure our corners. I like to have a straight, a centered brow. No, this one's too low, but there, it's fine. 8 1/4. Yeah, that's good. Now we're just gonna spray it one more time with spray away. Now we're just gonna squeegee out all the soapy water. Now there, we're just squeegeeing out all the soapy water, making sure it doesn't move. You just get this water down. It's kind of hard holding the camera and squeegeeing out and doing the work, but it is what it is. Well, yeah, now we're just gonna wipe this off. All the water that made its way down here, get that wiped off. And one side is done. Now we just have the other side to install, and we're done with this customer's car. Alright, now we're working on the driver's side. We're gonna cover up the steering wheel real good. This is where you have to be extra careful not to get the computer wet, because these can go bad. You can get it soaked like really wet, and yeah, the car starts acting up, and yeah, I already had that happen 2 times with 2 different customers, and yeah, it's not a fun experience, let me tell you that. But yeah, now we take extra precaution on that situation. Now we're just prepping the area. So this is clean already. Now we just wipe this off before it gets its way down there. And yeah, now it's ready for installation. All right, now we just now we have it in position. Now we're just gonna spray some spray away to have some glide, and just squeegee out all the soapy water. Alright, that's done. We just wipe off all the excess. And that's done. The brow is done. Take a look at that. Hopefully the customer likes it. Alright, you guys, we are done. We did the 4% brow on the windshield. Take a look at that. And then we did 20% on the front 2 doors. Take a look at that. There's the 4% brow on the windshield, as you can see there. And then 20% on the front 2 doors to match the rear. And now we're just gonna go on to our tint whiz. And then right here, we're just gonna check her in, check out, and send her a text that her vehicle is ready. So yeah, that's simple. Alright, so we are done with the Jeep. We're gonna wait a couple minutes. They're cutting the grass outside. I don't want the car to get dirty. It's making my video really loud, but it is what it is. Yeah, they're gonna finish doing the grass out there. He's out there cutting. So yeah, we're just gonna wait till he's done over there. Alright, so I think we're gonna go ahead and pull it out real quick. I think he's almost done cutting his grass. Alright. So that's what it looks like from the inside. Alright, so this is what it looks like from the outside. Well, this is what it looks like outside actually, and from the outside. So yeah, there's a 4% brown on the windshield, and just the two fronts to match to the rear. As you can see there, it matches pretty good. Alright you guys, so the customer ended up picking up their car. I couldn't get any footage of that, but she was really happy with the job. And yeah, I'm gonna be posting more content like this. We just got a Pocket 3, so we're gonna be doing more vlogs on this channel. So if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. Make sure to stay tuned for all the upcoming content. And yeah, I hope you guys have a blessed day, and peace, y'all.